Hello! We're out on a winter solstice camp. Not really the conditions I was hoping for. Overcast, misty, and when I was driving in I could see the Clag on the summit of Christianbury Crags, which is where I'll be going soon. I was hoping for fresh snow and the lovely smell of burning wood as I was driving through here, but that wasn't to be. But it is what it is, and we'll crack on because I've got probably, what is it now, just before 2 hours of daylight left, so I need to get up there and get set up. So I'm going to faff on about straight up and get sorted. I'll bring you back once I get up there. Right, so as I was on the path coming down to here, I found a head torch. Petzl Tika XP. Now the head size is massive. I reckon it looks like there's been scramblers up there, so it's been around the helmet and it slipped off. And I think what's happened, it must have switched itself off when it fell off. He's looked for it because I could see sort of marks where he'd been sort of turning around and that. He ain't found it. Oh dear. Black Line House. I'll not be heading down there today. Been a bit of work going on here. Looks like there's machines being up this side and down this side. And I don't know if you can see up there. And a lot of drainage work sort of along this side as well. Alright, crack on. Just stopped here, just down there. You can just see it along by the trees. It's Kettle Hall. It's when I visited Kership Woods a few weeks back, I went to that Thomas Davison Memorial. Well, this down there is where he used to live. We've hit about 1200 feet now, so we've descended into the mist. But we're doing good time. What is it now? It's 10 to 3, I reckon. 20 minutes to get to the summit. But I can see what the summit's going to be like. It's just going to be clagged up. Bring you back. I'd cack myself if I come across some loon in here. Oh no, that's just me, isn't it? Right, we've made it out the trees. But it's our summit, and as you can see, there's nothing to see. Clagged out. I've done well though. It's about 10 past 3, so about an hour and 40 to get up here, maybe an hour 45, so not too bad. First view of the crags. Wow. Okay, we've arrived on the summit and it's, well, there's nothing to see really. We're in the Clag and it's gone dark. This camera's quite good because it picks up in low light conditions, so I found a pitch. I want to stick it down here somewhere. I'm on the top this time rather than down the usual spot, which is just underneath, so I'm hoping the wind's, it's supposed to just be light breezes all night, so we will see. Yeah, bring you back. Right, I'm all set up, but it's horribly damp up here in the Clag. Tent's just, you know, as soon as I put it up, it's covered in a film of Clag. But I can see a little bit further, not much mind, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's soon darkened in. Nice hot chocolate to warm us up though. not too bad though. Another 15 and a half hours it'll be daylight. Gotta be mad. Okay, we're sort of sorted now. Obviously when I was setting up the tent before, my fleece got damp, so I've stripped that off. I've put my thermals on. I'm in my sleeping bag, which is my new winter quilt as it is. So I'll be giving this a test tonight. But I'm just starting to thaw out now, even though it's not that cold, not frosty, but that wind sort of was just there and I was getting damp, so I could sort of feel myself getting the chill. So all sorted now. It's 10 to 6 already, time just flies. I'll be getting some tea on soon. I've just got one drink with us tonight, just have a can of cider with my tea. I'm finishing off with, I had a lot of ration meals and they were all getting, well, I know you can eat them after the date, but I think the one I've got tonight, chicken and black bean sauce, I think that's March next year, so it's not far away, but I've got a few, so I'm just going to use them up as I go along. You know, I don't have to buy out then. It's just a dessert that I've been sort of buying because I quite like those. So just listen to a bit of music and chilling out. Right, got myself some hot chocolate, and obviously it's that time of year. Well, they were in the shop today. I couldn't resist one. Cream egg. Lovely. Well, that's me just been watching a few films for the last couple of hours. But it's just after 10 o'clock now, so I'm going to call it a night. Let's hope this Clag lifts by the morning, which I very much doubt. But we can only hope. See you in the morning. Morning. Well, that was a bit of a damp night. The old Akto is suffering from quite bad condensation this morning. It's the worst I've known it. Well, I'm not surprised. Damp conditions. I think it was 90% humidity on the forecast. Plus I'm in the Clag, so and very little wind. It's picked up a little bit now. Hopefully it'll dry a bit of this out. But just had a quick look out and we're still in the Clag. Maybe it'll lift time the sunrise comes up, we'll see. But I want to get a brew on. Rain's on. That isn't the sun outside, I've got a light. I'll give this 5. Okay, that's us packed up. Just chucking it now. Got just my rubbish to put together and fire it in my bag, and I'll be getting gone. But as you can see, we're still in the Clag. It's got no better. Proper miserable winter solstice camp. You can't win them all. I've had decent frosts, sunrises, sunsets, but not this one. Left no trace. Let's get off this wet hill. Make sure I've got all my gear. Got everything. So the hill is just as I found it yesterday, clagged out. But this time it's raining with it as well. But what it's all about, isn't it? Getting out. The report on the sleeping quilt bag, absolutely bang on. That was red hot last night, which is one of the first I've had in a long time. I had my thermals on, but I didn't have to put my hot water bottler in or anything like that. I was toasty toast, so success on that front. Right, that's us out of the forest. We're on proper tracks now, but that wasn't a pleasant experience packing away in that rain. Finger ends were numb. I've sort of fired everything in the bag, so that'll be to sort out when I get back, but I wasn't one for hanging about. I had a quick brew before, you know, when I got up, and a bite to eat. Just fired everything in the bag and away down. But yeah, so the longest night on Christianbury Crags, which I suppose it is 16 hours of darkness. It wouldn't have been so bad if it was frosty. I could have got out, took some pictures and the usual, but in that you couldn't see 20 foot in front of you, so I just stayed in the tent all night. Time I had my tea, watched a couple of films. You know, it was time to doss down, so it wasn't too bad, and then you sleep right through till 7. I got up just after 7. Time I made something to eat, and that it was just breaking daylight before 8 o'clock, so not too bad when you put it that way. Yeah, I just thought I would mention, obviously, when I got up, the Akto was sort of dripping in condensation. Now, I did open the 2 end vents, either end of the tent. I didn't shut the fly sheet last night, and I had the door slightly open, but there was no wind. And say the humidity, just the dampness in the air, I don't think anything would survive getting no condensation in them conditions. They were pretty crap. But and there was no wind, absolutely still. You know, there's a bit of wind, it keeps it down a bit, but absolutely nothing. So, but yeah, that's the first time I've had really bad condensation in the Akto. I mean, I've heard tales of people having it all the time, but you know, normally I'm fine, but it was just I put it down to the really crap conditions last night. So we've dropped about 1,000 feet in elevation, and we're just below the Clag line. We're going to climb back out and into it again, so it's obviously a lot lower than it was yesterday. You can just see blackline house through the trees there with this camera if it'll pick it up. But yeah, it's just touched on the tops of these trees here. That's where I camped back in May, inside that old building. Thanks for joining us on this winter solstice camp. It won't be much to see visually. The weather's been pretty dire from start to finish, but hey, that's what it's all about. Anyhow, have a nice Christmas, and we'll see you out next year for some more wild camping adventures.